Good morning, America, and welcome to day number 3 of the government shutdown, brought to you by bipartisan politics at its finest. So, while the Republicans are being blamed, and they have majority control of the House, you need 60 votes to pass a bill. And 60 votes were needed to pass a bill to prevent this government shutdown. There are 51 Republicans. No Democrats were biting because we needed a deal on DACA right away. Now, should DACA and illegal immigration be part of a deal to keep the government open? No. We should not be penalizing people, and the military should not be not getting paid because we have to worry about illegal immigrants. Get the government back on track, reopen the government, and then talk about that stuff. But who is to blame for the government shutdown? Well, if you listen to Donald Trump, our current 45th president of the United States, he said this in April 2011.
If there is a shutdown, I think it would be a tremendously negative mark on the president of the United States. He's the one that has to get people together. I hear the Democrats are going to be blamed and the Republicans are going to be blamed. I actually think the president would be blamed.
Well, if you say who gets fired, it always has to be the top. I mean, problems start from the top, and they have to get solved from the top, and the president's the leader, and he's got to get everybody in a room, and he's got to lead.
Now, this is him in November 2017.
If that happens, I would absolutely blame the Democrats. I heard Boehner, before I left, say there's no way we're going to close up government. Well, that means the other side just won. Because if you don't have that at least threat, you can't do anything. You can't, and they got nothing. You got to say, we're going to close it, we're going to close it. You got to scare them.
As far as keeping the government open, I think we want to keep the government open. Don't you agree?
But you can't negotiate when your top person said, there's no way we close up government.
Build that wall. Now, the obstructionist Democrats would like us not to do it, but believe me, we have to close down our government. We're building that wall.
When the government is, when they talk about the government shutdown, they're going to be talking about the president of the United States. Who was the president at that time? So I really think the pressure is on the president.
The Democrats are really looking at something that is very dangerous for our country. They are looking at shutting down.
It's not really shutting down the government. It's cutting costs. The kind of money that you're talking about is peanuts.
We have, of all in the world, probably the dumbest leadership. That's why. It's very simple. Nobody has dumb leadership like that.
Okay, folks. So, the bottom line is, Trump, over the years, and when there was talks about a government shutdown in 2011, he was going, well, this is who should be blamed. The president should be blamed, this and that. This was him in 2013 on the government shutdown. Well, if you say who gets fired, it always has to be the top. I mean, problems start from the top, and they have to get solved from the top, and the president's the leader. And he's got to get everybody in a room, and he's got to lead. That was on Fox News, September 30th, 2013, Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump isn't the only hypocrite in this whole government shutdown thing. Here is Chuck Schumer talking to fake wannabe hack journalist Jake Tapper when Jake Crapper was on MSNBC. Here is Schumer in 2013 about shutting down government.
There wasn't really a give and take. It was not. We're not giving you anything. You have no leverage and you're wrong. Could this not have ended sooner if Democrats had not taken such a hard line?
Well, it was not a hard line on the substantive issues. It was a hard line saying, unless I get my way, I'm going to shut the government down. I'm going to risk default for the nation. Now, anyone can do that. I believe in immigration reform. What if I persuaded my caucus to say I'm going to shut the government down? I'm going to not pay our bills unless I get my way. It's a politics of idiocy, of confrontation, of paralysis. And so finally what happened, Barack Obama and Democrats said, we're not going to give in to this kind of brinksmanship where basically a gun is put to your head.
Folks, I just can't understand. Like, do they not know what they say? And I know Trump is an old person and Schumer's up there in age, But do they not remember what they say? Do they not know that they go on these television shows and everything's recorded and everything's on YouTube? You just heard Schumer talk like that, and you've heard Trump talk like that. And today they're just spinning a totally different tune. And Schumer and the Democrats have had the government shut down. They're perfectly fine with the government shutdown. We're not getting illegals in this country. We're not going to protect the illegals. We're not going to make the illegals a top priority. Shut this government down. And then Trump is sitting there blaming everybody. Well, dude, you said in 2013 that it comes from the top, that the president should be responsible. Get in the room and lead. Well, guess what? Get in the room and lead. 16 days was the government shutdown in 2013. Will it be longer? Will it be shorter? Will we have a resolution soon? I know Schumer and McConnell are talking. They are talking as of this morning. But as of now, nothing as we enter day 3 of this government shutdown. And folks, just begs the question, what did Trump mean by shithole countries? Because the only shithole is Washington, D.C., and the people that are running it.